Hi, guys. Just waiting for you to come on. Hello. If you're on, you can chat. I'm enabling super chat. I think a lot of you are being notified, or hopefully can come on. Be sure to like this video. Hi, guys. I have 4 people on. I just don't see the chat yet. Hey, everybody. I have 4 people on. 19 people. Be sure to comment if you want to comment. Oh no, I can't see any. Oh, there we are. Hey, guys. Hi, Tara. Hi, Jasmine. Hi, Melissa. Hey, guys. Oh, I miss you guys too. I came on. Thank you so much for the condolences. For those of you that are coming on and are tuning in, my mom passed away on Friday, July 21st, in the hospital. And it's been a very, very tough process. Mourning, nothing prepares you ever to lose a loved one. I mean, I deal with death all the time as a medium. I channel, I am always doing for others, and it doesn't go unnoticed. The love and the support that you guys have given me, even though y'all are far away, some of you, it just means the world to me that you're here, and all of you that have like spent time on the phone or messaged me, or that you emailed me and I didn't respond back to you. I apologize for not responding back. It's just been unreal. And I think the grieving process, I'm going through that still, but I'm strong and I'm doing well. And I had a conversation with someone just today. I started doing readings again just today, getting back into the groove of things. That's how my mom would have wanted me to be strong. She always was someone that was preparing me. She said, one day I'm not going to be here. You need to be strong and carry on, and that's what I'm doing. I miss seeing her face. I miss smiling with her. She was not just my mom, she was my best friend, she was my confidant. We did a lot of things together, but I have no regrets when it's said and done, because I had a lot of memories with her. I created a lot of memories. And so yes, it is difficult, and yes, there's moments, like I had a moment the other day where I was getting up ready to cook breakfast, and it was just a reminder she was no longer here, because I used to cook 4 eggs, 2 for her, 2 for me, 4 strips of bacon, 2 for her, 2 for me, and then it's gone down to cooking 2 strips of bacon for myself, 2 eggs, and they hit hard. It's hit hard. There's certain things that will remind you of your loved ones, but um, it's I'm being gentle on myself. I've spent a couple of days out of town with some friends, and that has helped me so much. Friends that I call family, at this point. And I haven't been alone. So right now I'm alone, but I'm never really alone. I know that my mom's here. It's funny because the other day I was in the house, and I woke up, and I woke up around 7 o'clock, and that was the kind of like the time that I would, normally already be like making her breakfast and whatnot. But I woke up late because I have not been sleeping very, very well. And so when I woke up, I heard her footsteps down the hall. My mom had a very chronic arthritis and bone spurs on her knees. And so she had a very unique walk, a heavy walk, almost like dragging her feet. But when physical therapy worked with her, of course, she would not drag her feet. And I remember I heard her footsteps. I was kind of spooked, but not really. It gave me comfort in knowing that that was her sign that she was around. So it's amazing to know that our loved ones give us signs. I had another person who is a dear friend of mine, and he swore on his daughter's life that he didn't know that my mom had passed, and he swore on his daughter's life that he saw my mom's photo, and that dreamt he had a dream of her. She appeared to him in the dream, and basically let him know that she was smiling. She said, "I'm okay." and she appeared to him several times. So my mom was fighting from the other side to make sure to give me messages to comfort me, and I found it hilarious because that would be like her. She's a fighter, always. So it's like I'm getting messages from other people, other mediums and stuff, and I myself, like I said, I've had my own personal experiences. So I'm doing as best as can be, but I wanted to come on here to personally just say thank you to all of you for the love and the support. Has anyone here lost their mother? And if so, I'd like to read the comments like, how did you cope with it? How are you coping with it now? I know it never gets easier, but I don't want to make this all about, mourning, obviously, but I think it does some healing for a lot of people who maybe don't have a voice or don't have a platform, who have lost loved ones. It's interesting to know how you coped with it, how you are getting through it all. But like I told my friend, we can't give up. Life goes on. We have to continue to push forward. We have to continue to be strong and know that, things will get better, and our loved ones are probably doing more better. They're doing more for us on the other side than we can possibly imagine. This year, let alone, I lost one of my mentors and friends. Her name was Michelle White Dove, and an amazing psychic, and then I found come to find out, now my mom passed away. So it's a lot of passing this week. I'm this year in itself. A lot of people, it's like a mass exodus of souls. Thank you guys for the positive energy. Oh my God, Debbie, Hannah, you lost both parents. Yeah, that's me. I lost my dad in 2011, and I lost my mom now. So it doesn't get easier, but it does. Each passing day, I feel like I get stronger. Uh, I just lost my godmother last month. It's very hard, but I'm taking it day by day. She was with me was my everything to me and her family. All Keisha Fortune, I lost both of my parents a year apart. Oh my goodness. Oh, Black Barbie, you lost your mom. Oh, it is hard. It is the hardest thing. It really is. I was not too close to my dad. I still loved him. I still miss him. But with my mom, I was a lot closer, and that relationship, that the familial, bond with your mom. I was a big mama's boy. You could say it. And, there was nothing that I wouldn't do for my mom. The last memory I remember is like giving her a Snicker bar after physical therapy. And it was an amazing feeling to see a smile on her face, while being sick. So, Ray, just know it seems you're not alone. I lost my mommy in September. Much love to you. Oh, Eva, big hugs. It's so hard. It is so, so, so hard. Um, Hi, Karina. Thank you so much from Toronto, Canada. Stacy Wesby, I did from breast cancer in 93. It's hard. It feels like yesterday. Yeah, it really does. Today, my friend was playing some music at her house, Spanish music, Latin music, like Tejano music. And that was my mom's favorite type of music. And I remember my mom would get up sometimes and she would, hear that song on the radio that hit, and she'd start dancing her little cumbias and stuff. So those are memories that I have, that no one else has, that I have. And so today I danced a little bit of a cumbia. She put on a song that my mom used to dance to, and I remembered it, and I was like, you know what, this is in tribute for you, mom. So it's the little things like that that I think everybody will go through in life. But if you've lost someone, I'm here to tell you that it just stay strong. Know that they are around us. They are loving us. And like I said, sometimes they choose their exit path, and they're able to do better, more good for us than they were able to do here. There's a lot of people like my mom that have physical ailments right before they pass, and they're not healthy and they're in pain. And that's not a quality lifestyle, for them to live. And I think a lot of times they choose to exit so they can be in a more of a capacity to help you. Um, Oh, I am so blessed. I wouldn't be who I am today and what I am doing here, as a medium, as a psychic medium, if it wasn't for my mother. So she had the gift. A lot of people don't realize that. Of course, if you've gotten private readings with me, a lot of times I'll, mention her, but my mom was a strong psychic medium. In fact, in the 90s, or maybe late 80s, early 90s, after my parents divorced, my mother sent a study to the New York Psychic Institute. So back then, everything was through catalogs, right? You send the catalog in, or you'd write to them a letter, And so I didn't know this until she explained it to me, but I was so young at the time. I was a child. I didn't really pay attention to it, but she had sent to the New York Psychic Institute her studies to be done on herself, and it came back with like a multi-report, like a multi-page report, explaining that she had very strong psychic and mediumship abilities. And I think that's when she realized that she had this gift, that people, sometimes even family members, don't understand, and they polarize or isolate you because, ooh, it's too weird, or ooh, it's so spooky, or oh, they think you're crazy. But in reality, people are blessed to have a gift. To say that that people are not gifted, or this psychic stuff is crap, is like saying, you don't believe that UFOs exist, and you don't believe that there is a devil, or there's a god, or there's an angel, or there are demons, um, or that, how do you explain, births, the miraculous, gift of giving birth to something or someone, or how do plants grow, yeah, there's a scientific explanation behind everything, but there's also some things that science can't explain. And so, it was just amazing to know that my mom gave me that gift, and I'm able to use it now, to help everybody. But it just gives me a lot of peace to know that you guys have been here. Right now I'm working on funeral arrangements, etc. So I want to thank everybody that's donated privately to my Venmo or PayPal or my Cash App. If you want to continue to donate, you're more than welcome. Anything accounts. I will be putting a link after this video is done in the description box. But if you want to go to the GoFundMe and you want to do it publicly, you can do it through the GoFundMe that I also have, and I'll include a link there too. Unfortunately, funerals and burials, or even cremation, is not cheap. It is. It's not. It's ridiculous that they charge so much for those things. I did not know, prior to this, how much it would be or what it would cost. But like I said, your love and your support is more than appreciated. And yeah, it's just it's a process, that we all have to go through. And that's where I'm at right now with everything. It's just, getting my mom's ashes eventually. I want to have them with me. And then when I can't afford, and can save up from the donations and whatnot, I'd like to get her a plot and a headstone. It would be my greatest wish to do that for her, to have her not just become like a memory that fades, but something that's actually tangible, and that, other family members can go and see in the future too. So, I just love you guys. I can't thank you enough. For my Patreon members who are on here watching this live, I'm sorry that I haven't been active in the last couple of days. We're doing weekly Patreon ghost chats, so we're gonna start picking that up. I promise you, this coming week. I just needed time for myself. I needed time to recollect myself, and recalibrate. So I haven't done readings for anyone at all. Barely started today, and I will easily get back in the groove of things. I think a lot of people are like, everybody goes through grieving differently. And I think a lot of people are like, well, Ray, you really should give yourself time. You shouldn't read people. But only I know what's best for me, And I think that sometimes it's better to do what you love to do, which is what I love to do, is to read for people and give insight and clarity and closure. And it's almost like it gives me healing through that as well. So if you are listening to this and you're like, Ray, I know you shouldn't be reading. There's a lot of other readers out there that I'm sure that will be looking at this. They're like, you shouldn't be reading, but only I know what's best for me. And from this day forward, that's what I'm going to do, is start listening more to my inner voice and to what I do, like I've always done. I've been one of those goats or OGs here in the psychic world for a long time. And so I can tell you, when I first started in the psychic path, I literally um I went up against all odds. There was a lot of women that were older and established in the industry that did not like the way that I read, or they thought that I should follow a certain way. I had a lot of criticism, in the beginning, and none of that deterred me or stopped me from my path. I've always been in my own person, and I've always forged ahead with, strength and perseverance, and I'll keep doing that until the end of time. I'm not going to change who I am as a person. And I'm certainly not going to let my mom's passing, stop me from my gift, or it's not going to alter my course. If anything, it's going to propel me. I had a revelation also. I could be, that could be very outlandish and crazy to reveal it here, but I did have my spirit guides. They told me that when my mom passed, that some of her gifts were transferred, or like there was a transference of gifts. I don't know if anybody has ever heard of that, but I do believe that too. That sometimes our loved ones that have so strong spiritual abilities or insights do transfer that energy when they pass on. They give us those powers. I know it sounds very much like Charmed, or it sounds kind of like like a movie, but it's not. I really do feel that sometimes we get stronger and we get a lot of more clarity, because when we're stuck as caregivers and we're doing the selfish, I mean selfless things, like taking care of someone, and putting your life on hold for years, it kind of is the most amazing blessing at the same time for you as a caregiver. If there's any caregivers out here, I give you kudos, and don't give up. If you are a caregiver, you're doing an amazing job, whether you're a nurse or you're a caregiver, like I said, actually taking care of someone. It is the most selfless thing that you can do, and the most beautiful thing, that you can do. A lot of people, a lot of children, adult children, can't care for their family members, so they put them automatically in a nursing home. And I'm glad that I was not one of those people. I grew up in a very tight knit family where the belief was that we take care of ours until the end. And I chose that path for myself. And I said to someone recently, now I can be free. Now I think mommy left me, and she's like, you can be free, Ray, to live your life, and you can do things that you couldn't do before. But I have no regrets. Like I said, taking care of my mom was the most beautiful thing ever, that I could ever do. And nothing can put a price tag on that, or can you know you can't put a price tag on that, on the level of love and care that you can give to your parent and doing things for them. Um Specifically people with dementia. It's very odd, because I think a lot of the what I found with my mom, in the medical field, and not to get too technical or to put point fingers, I think that there are a lot of good nurses out there. I think there's a lot of good medical staff, but I also think the majority of this newer generation is not trained or properly. I know that a lot of nurses go through schooling, and I'm not here to talk bad about anybody, but I don't think that there are a lot of them are trained for people with dementia, because there was things that I learned as a caregiver, to a parent who had dementia, that you learn, like sundowning is a thing, and a certain time in the afternoon they're not able to function. Sometimes you have to be more patient with people who have dementia, because they can get easily irritated. They say things that they don't necessarily mean. It comes out, or they may say something and it makes no sense to you when you listen to it, but maybe to the caregiver it makes sense, or to the family member that's taking care of them. So it was so many things that through my mom that I got to learn, and I think that was part of my life lesson here on earth too, to be able to relate to people when I do mediumship readings for people maybe who had dementia. I can relate on a bigger level. So I think that, the divine always puts certain things in our life path that we don't understand in the moment, but for some reason it's to help us hone in on our gift, or to help others, be a voice for people with like dementia and et cetera in the future. So, yeah, I just feel like, you just got to be very patient with people. And I just feel like some of the nursing staffs are not trained to handle that. And I found that very evident with my mom. I had to correct them on many things. I had to tell them certain things, because they didn't know, and it's not their fault. But I guess, I wish there was, if I could do anything in the future, it would be to be like an advocate and go into hospitals and talk to nurses about the importance of learning to deal with people with Alzheimer's and dementia, both of them. uh, my mom was barely on the onset of Alzheimer's, but she had been with dementia for years. But even until the end, she was very cognitive and very lucid about things. That she was very in the moment, But with the condition and the circumstances around her medical complications, it worsened, certain things of her dementia. But up until the end, like I said, she had moments where she was there, she was very present. And it's lovely. But that disease, there's so much that people don't know yet, even people that are dealing with family members. but it does rob you of precious memories and things that, it robs mostly the person who's going through it. They don't remember certain things, they forget, and it's like deep down somewhere in their memory, they do remember, but they just, in the moment, they can't. So, you know, all Jessica Williams says her mom passed on Thanksgiving Day. I'm so sorry. Um, but if I can be a beacon of strength to people, I just want to say, it's not an easy job to be a caregiver. It's probably the most um, stressful type of job that you could do because again, you have to be around 24/7 around mostly. You can't not be there for them. But let's see, you work very hard, Ray. Maureen Murphy says that. Thank you, Maureen. And then Annette Smith rises above. Took care of my boyfriend's father before he passed March 10th, 2022. Been stuff for my boyfriend. Yeah, it's something here. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Every day is another milestone. Every day is it's part of me like getting through it all. But I definitely I'm here. I got my cinnamon tea here. I was gonna do coffee, but I was like, nope, it's too late. And after I'm done with this live, I'm gonna be heading to bed. So I got my tea. I love some good tea at night to relax me. And I love cinnamon tea, so take a sip real quick. So what are you guys up to right now? What are you doing? Is anybody getting ready for bed? Are you watching TV? Are you chilling? Guitar in bed. I love that. Yeah, time to relax. Oh, I miss you too, guys. But I'm here. I haven't gone anywhere. Just needed some time. Keisha Portions, she's like, I'm in bed, honey. Um, watching TV and relaxing. I love it. That's what I have the TV in the back. I'm watching Stacy and Darcy. I didn't know they Stacy had gotten married. I'm so out of the loop of these shows. I'm watching it on Discovery Plus. I don't have any pets. I'm actually now thinking I never got pets because my mom had bad allergies, and so I didn't want to have anything around her that would worsen that. But I definitely love cats, so I most likely will be a cat parent very soon. I've been thinking of having a cat with me. It brings me so much joy, especially a baby kitty, and raising it like my own. I don't have any kids, single. Also, I'm also single too. So if anybody's out there looking for a boyfriend, snatch me up. Hit you don't have anybody to take care of but yourself. It's like us starting all over. So cats are precious. I love them. I know that's right, boo. Looking for hidden money through my state's unclaimed properties website. Oh, Debbie Hanna. Start with the dwarf hamster. uh, oh, that's awesome. I actually had a kitty. Many people don't know. Um, I had a cat when I was little, and I went out of town to the week for the weekend to Houston, and upon coming back, I never saw my cat again. His name was Tiger. It was a little male orange tabby cat, with blue eyes. He had a white belly, white paws. He was so cute, and I love that little fellow. He out of the litter, I got to pick him, and he was the only one that gravitated towards me, and he was so cute, and I never saw him again. So then after that, I vowed never to get another cat. Plus, my mom didn't like pets because she was allergic to their fur and stuff. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna thinking of getting a cat. Then I can bring it on live so y'all can see it. Everybody's relaxing, chilling, getting ready for bed. Oh, you have two male cats. Yeah, I love cats. Really, really do. I love dogs too, don't get me wrong. If I could have a dog, it probably would be a French bulldog. I don't know why, I just love French bulldogs. Something about their little eyes. I also like the schnauzers. Oh my god. I have a soft spot for schnauzers. So does anybody have schnauzers out there or French pet bulls? Yeah, Debbie, I see your cat always on Patreon. She's been part of my Patreon community. So if you guys want to join Patreon, you can go to www.patreon.com/psychic medium ray. I'll have all these links listed below, but um I like birds. Yeah, some people love birds. I know somebody, oh, the Leslie Michelle says, I love Newfoundland dogs and Yorkies. Yorkies are so cute. They're very hairy. Great Danes and pugs. Yes. Those are pretty dogs. Really, really, really pretty. Mastiffs kind of scare me. I will say that's the only dog that kind of scares me. Those and Dobermans. Although I know that some Dobermans are really teddy bears, but they scare me a little bit. I love Chihuahuas. They're always the spicy ones. They're always the ones to bark the most, the smallest dogs. Oh, bulldogs. I love bulldogs. That tea is hitting the spot, Pete. I love some hot cinnamon tea. It's the one from, is it, what is it, Harney and Sons or something? The ones they use at Starbucks in those metal tins. I have two black twin cats. I adopted a dog. He is a Yorkshire, Yorkie Bichon mix, and that's the Egyptian goddess. All. The only cats, and not to like talk bad about any cats at all. I love all cats, but there's one cat that really freaks me out a little bit. It's the skinless one. I mean, the hairless ones that are skinless. That like they're not skinless. They're hairless, but they look like they're just the skin. They're like the Egyptian cats. Are they? What are they called? I can't remember. Are they Sphinx? I can't remember. But those scare me. Those cats. I feel like they're weird. Like they're very alien-esque type of looking things. I used to love the hairless cats. Oh, I can't. My cat has to have some fur on it, honey. Yeah, the Sphinx cats. Have you ever seen those? They got like little wrinkles all over their body. Somebody said they're super soft. Ooh, I'm like, no. Ooh, Persian kitties. Yeah, they're cute. Hairless terrify me. Oh, it's funny. Yeah, I love it. I'm also thinking of very soon. I do a lot of readings through, online. I do them through Zoom, and I also do them through email. But I am thinking of doing some phone readings soon. So just know that that's coming down the road. I'll be doing phone readings. It'll probably be like um, a 15-minute type of phone reading and a 30-minute phone reading, and we'll see how that works out. And a lot of people would prefer that probably than video readings. So I'll be incorporating that into my um, services that I offer. Aw, Brianna, thank you so much, sweetheart. She says, it's amazing how connected and comforting you are making us feel in your time of loss. I can't make it all about myself. And like I said, life has to go on. You have, no matter, that's the thing that my mama taught me, is that no matter how much adversity you face, no matter what life throws at you, you have to keep getting up and you have to keep going. You have to be strong, because the moment that you stop caring for yourself, you fall into a depression. You'll start not wanting to, do anything, and you start, you can your body can deteriorate as well, your health, and they wouldn't want that for us. Our loved ones want us to be happy here in the physical world. They want us to continue to live our lives, even though they're gone. And that's the thing that I was telling someone today in a reading. Our loved ones may be gone physically, But for them, it's a rebirth. It's a fiesta over there. It's a party. They're going through a whole new exciting thing. They're being ushered in, welcome back to their home, what is originally our home. This life here on earth is the hardest thing to be human, to feel. It's the hardest thing. But once they go back, they are having a party. They are not like us. They're not feeling the same pain and stuff that we feel in our physical body or that they felt when they were alive. Our souls are perfect. It's this physical body that we're in right now, this meat suit, as we call it, that's flawed and that has pain and that has disease and has, all these other conditions that we may have, diabetes, blood pressure. But our souls, when we leave this body, we don't have that. We're perfect. Um, thinking, okay, yes, I'm in on phone radio, Ramona Alhardini, yes. Uh, they don't pay taxes exactly. No rent, exactly, and the list goes on and on. They literally are just having the time of their life. They're not worried about grades, uh, work performance, at their job. They're not worried about stressed about bills, paying their bills. Where the money's going to come in next. It's us that are here on the earth that have to go through all this and the violence and the pandemic that we went through. If you're here right now watching this, you've gone through we have gone through a lot, in this generation, this time. It was just 2 years ago where we had COVID, and even though some people say it was a hoax or not, it was still present and a lot of people died from it. And a lot of people, innocent people that didn't know, people didn't know at the time the severity of it. They died from it. My mom is someone that died from it recently. So, it's, it's still around and it changed the world forever. The whole world was put on a reset, and I think that's why people are yearning for things to be like in the past, but we're never going back to the past. The past is no longer there, it's only moving forward and navigating through this new earth, so to speak, that we're living in, and it's the hardest to live in this world. People are always struggling. People are dying every day. People are going through diseases. There's people with cancer and terminally ill on hospice right now. So we think that we have it bad. There's always people that have it worse. So we need to just show a little kindness and a little bit more love in this world. Right now, that's what this world needs. If we could all, just you put our differences aside and give more love, to one another and do things for one another, we would be so much more blessed, and I think that the world would feel a lot more healing and better. But it's just it's not going to always be, sunshine. It's not going to always be peaches and cream here on earth. It's going to be hard. You're going to go through lessons, you're going to go through obstacles, and you're going to come apart. You're going to fall apart, and then you're going to get back together, and you're going to, keep that chin up and keep going. That's the only way to be. We have to learn through the chaoticness, we have to learn through the pain and push through the pain to keep going. And so, that's what I leave you with tonight. If you're going through something difficult in your life, don't give up and know that everything changes in time. There was a lot of people that I was there for them when their parents passed. And I hate to be ugly and use this time to say this, and I reached out to them, people who wouldn't be living a lifestyle that they're living now if it wasn't for me and my gift, and not that I take any credit for it, but then it's like they forget, what you did for them and how you were there in their time of need. But when something happens to you, they're no longer there for you. And it was very eye opening to know that these people are so-called Christians, or, they're very labeled in a certain way, and they practice certain things, and I guess sometimes they feel guilty. The thing with rich people, I will say this, is that sometimes they feel guilty for the things that they have done, or they treat people, so they try to write things off to charity. They try to give off to charity and do these things to make themselves feel better and to erase some of the bad karma that they've created for themselves. But eventually, a lot of that does catch up to that person or people, because again, you can't. you can't buy off your karma and you can't buy off your luck. And that's what I will say, that it's been a very eye-opening experience when you reach out to someone in tears and you're like, can you please pray for me? And you hear crickets and you hear silence. It's in that moment that you realize who your true friends were or are, and those that are not. And I do believe in my heart of hearts that a lot of people that have crossed my path and that I, have helped, and they are now living a bougie or a rich lifestyle. Eventually they will receive their karma, and I don't have to do anything or say anything. It's automatically, the universe sees the true hearts of people, and nobody owes me anything. I'm not trying to say that, nobody owes anyone anything, but I don't believe in rejecting someone when you're asking for prayers, not money, but prayers. And that's something you can't put a price tag on. And when you hear nothing, they say that when you hear nothing, that is an answer in itself, and it is. It is an answer. It is no response is a response. And now it's all said and done, nothing could make that better. No matter if they were to, throw a price tag out there or do something, you can't put a price tag on life. You can't put price tag on prayer. So just remember that if you are blessed in this lifetime too to have money, to remember to stay humble and to um, stay humble and remember your roots and where you come from, because nothing is forever. People that I've known that were celebrities or that have had money one day, the next day they don't. And I think a lot of people think that people in Hollywood right now too are doing well, like actors and actresses. But the fact of the matter is, a lot of them are not even working right now. There's still a strike going on in California, that certain areas with writers, producers, things of that nature. So like, I will just say, don't take anything for granted that you have. Count all your blessings, um, and even if you are being threatened by someone or being told you shouldn't contact that person, you have a mind for yourself. You have a voice for yourself, and you need to do the right thing and always push ahead and not let money or, a situation be the determining factor of why you don't reach out to that person or etc. There's a lot of things that are going on behind the scenes with people, but I just will say this, do what's right all the time, and that will carry you through. uh, Unfortunately, like when people go through tragedies like I have, I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that have gone through tragedies, that you start seeing who your true friends are. And so it's very eye opening, but I wish those people love and blessings, no ill will or harm. But at least now I know, the true nature of people. Not everyone is out there being your biggest cheerleader. Not everyone is going to have your back. Not everyone that is going to want to help you, because many people keep tabs on that. They'll be like, I already gave you this, or I helped you this, and that's not genuine when you do that. If you truly are giving something to someone, you don't keep tabs on that. You don't, try to justify it in your own way. That's not authentic, and it's not healthy, So, anyways, I want to thank you all for being here. Like I said, if you want to contribute to my mom's GoFundMe, I will send that link here. I'll put it in the video, in the description box. If you choose to donate privately, you can donate to my PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App. I want to thank you all as always, and those of you that are looking at this video. Again, this is not live anymore. Well, right now it's live, but it's going to be ending. But I love you guys, and until next time, bye.